Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'll be showing you how I went about animating a juice box flipping and landing. Let's head right in.
So first thing you want to do is bring in your rig. So I like to use the reference editor. Usually go here, you click on this little button right there and you click on your rig. It should show up in your files folder and you just click on it and it comes into the scene. First thing I like to do is make a shelf for my rig. So shelves go here, it's down here. You go here, you make new shelf, you name it, and you create a shelf. This is a shelf for a different rig that I did, but it's a way more complicated rig than this one. Definitely do that. But for my case right now, I don't need to make that, but I'll show you the process anyway. What you would do is go to script editor, and if it's not clear, like if you have text and stuff there, you clear that. And then you select your rig, select this, and then save script to shelf. So save script to shelf, it'll pop up saying, just say all, say okay, and then you say mail. All right, well, I made a shelf. And you click that and it shows up right here. So what this helps with is the ease of setting keyframes. So I'll move it here. And since I already clicked a keyframe there, move this once. So next thing you want to do is set up your scenes. So I'll fast forward a bit. I got my scene set up. So what I want to do is have the juice box jump down, do like a flip, and land somewhere around here. So I have to get reference. This kind of explains some of the fundamentals that we'll be using. So here is the spacing, squash, stretch, and I'll go into it when I start animating. But first we have to get the timing and spacing right. And I just brought these in because these are good reference for how poses are going to be for flipping. So what we want to do, we'll start is do the main poses first. So to get the timing, you use your reference here for the poses. This is for the poses, and then timing your video reference. And you don't have to go exactly to the video reference. Reference is just there to help guide you with timing and making sure it doesn't look like a paper bag jumping or something that's really heavy like a bowling ball or something like that. So we'll select all. Put down your first keyframe. I'll go I'll say 9. And make sure you have on this because that's the automatic keyframe thing. Oh, and also have on your grid. So see that? That is that. Probably in between here, it's gonna be up there a bit. So there, it's gonna shoot off into the air. So we can look at this as well. See how this shoots up? So at this the pose, the main pose here is gonna be a squashed pose. And this is like the fundamentals of animation. Make sure on the main poses that you have all your keyframes selected and keyed. So on this one, there's a keyframe. But on the main poses, make sure you have those. So let's see. Just press S. Move up. So it goes like that. And then probably drops down pretty quickly. A couple frames down. So that's just a rough outline of this. So for here, I wanted to make the first one because it's a short, it's like 2 seconds it's gonna be. You go up here and you kind of adjust that. Probably here, you don't need it to be like that. So you can zero it out. Goes down. Down here is gonna be squashed again. And probably lower. Kind of looks like it gotta be, yeah, like that. Go up. Here's not gonna be like that, so we select those. Don't need that to be like that anymore. And you can also zero that out as well. To make that another kind of main pose. So select all and press S. And yeah, you just kind of work your way through. Always look back to see how it looks. And up here, somewhere up here, okay, I think it would be here. Okay, so I've been adjusting some of it, fast forwarded some. So right now, it still looks very choppy. Ooh, there's a problem there. Here, delete that key. Okay, yeah, I probably accidentally keyed something. But yeah, that's basically the motion that we're going with. That's pretty good timing. You have enough time to get like a flip somewhere there and land there. We go up here and we start making the flip. This is where we go back to this reference to see how the flip motion is and the other reference, the video reference. And all you're doing is just kind of posing it in a similar way to what we see here. Do something like that. But I just did a small change here. So it goes into the flip probably like, I'll say, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 frames. Or actually, I'll say, we're going to fix that. So what you're going to continue to do is to fine tune. I did a lot more, but fine tune your poses and make sure your timing is good. So what I did, you can see there's some anticipation. Still the same timing, but I'll play it. So that's how it's looking so far. Basically, I just did the squash aspect of this. I have to add more stretch into the animation. So what I used was something called animation trail. You select the one you want, and if it's not in animation mode, put it in animation mode. So switch to animation mode. Go to visualizer and motion trail editor. And usually you can just leave it as is, press create, and it will create a motion trail. So we kind of have the basic block out right now of it. Just have to add in more poses and fix some of the timing. So what this does is it helps you edit and improve character animations more quickly. Instead of changing every keyframe by hand, you can make changes with the animation in a faster way. You could just add timing and smooth over movements and blend different animations together. For example, you can combine a walk animation with a wave animation and it would look more natural. But I'm just using it for better timing. I ended up changing some of the timing using that. As you can see in the back, some of it looks different, some of the layout looks different. That's just me changing little aspects to the project. So to explain this animation here, which is overlapping and squash and stretch and drag, but we're going to focus on overlapping and drag, which is this section here and some of the body, but mainly this section. So to kind of explain this, I found these on Google. I think these explain it pretty well. So for follow through happens when the main movement stops. Different parts of the body, like the hair or arms or clothes, continue to move for a short time before coming to rest. So in this case, it would be the straw that would be kind of acting like the hair. And this makes the animation look more natural when it goes like that. Overlapping action is when not every part of the body moves at the same time. Some parts move earlier whilst others move later. For example, like a body moves first, then the arms, and then finally the hair. And then drag is the delay in movement caused by the weight of the movement. So when a character starts moving, loose parts like hair or tail, in this case, the straw, would lag behind before catching up. So that's essentially what I did here. As you can see, it's going forward, just like the head, going forward. And there's a drag on. I could probably add some more drag as well. But you have to also think about the material of the object, because this is still a box and a plastic straw. So you don't want to have it too big. So I did some movement in it. And you could see it goes boom, boom, and then right back up. So that's one pose. That's one. That's another one. That's another one. So what I'm going to do is clean this up some more and get the scene ready for rendering. Okay, so we're back in the scene and this is pretty much what I have so far. I changed some of the background and just the colors of the objects that I have in here just for a more pretty render. and added some lights. It's the angle I'm going for. Yeah, I just like these colors, so I chose that. So I set that up, but also what I did was I added a lot more wash and stretch, added more detail with the straw, went back in and cleaned up a lot of the animation. I'll show you how my graph editor looks now. Okay, so I selected all so you could see what it looks like. And this is pretty clean. There's no jaggedy stuff you're seeing. Let me just select one instead. But yeah, essentially what you do is you go into the graph editor after you have all your poses and everything and try to clean up as much as possible. Because all of these would look like this, and you don't want that because that's going to cause your animation to look crazy. You can go through each of these and make sure they're fine. Like these don't really matter. You can actually just like delete these keyframes because they don't do anything. Let's see in this one. Yeah, something's going on here. Weird happening. It's kind of wobbly here because I think this is the problem. This should go up a bit and then twist that. Let's see how that looks. I think that looks better. And that's all really. This is the animation, and thanks for watching.